your golf swing, I'm going to send you this video because this looks really good. I think overall, what I like mostly here is how we call it club delivery. Golf pros call it club delivery. Your club delivery is really good right now. You're getting the club face square. You're hitting a draw. The club head staying outside your hands. You're not getting that club inside on the takeaway, which is good. Club face nice and square at the top. If we had K-Vest on, you're moving your head a little toward the ball there. It would probably say on K-Vest you got a little bit too much side bend in the hips. Okay. That right hip's probably going up a little too much, tilting too much, but we'll get on that here in not too distant future. But I really like this action because you got a nice turn there, and you can see on this angle here, face on view that is. This is a good turn for you. That's a very good turn for you. What does that equate to in K-Vest? I'd say probably around 75 to 80 degrees, which is a lot for you. Well, you know what? What I've learned is everybody has a pivot point. Some people pivot around their lead leg, some pivot around the center, and some pivot around the right. There is no right or wrong there. A lot of people say reverse pivot is a bad thing, but I can point to tour players that do what you do. I mean, you're a left post guy.
I know when I get back when I get into that, my back starts getting lower.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you get reverse spine angle, that's a different problem. Reverse spine angle is when your upper body tilt.
I meant reverse spine angle.
Yeah, that'll give you a back problem.
That's not what I'm doing there?
No. Reverse spine angle is when, you can really see this in K-Vest, if your upper body was leaning this direction, you'd be in reverse spine. Your hips are a little reversed, but I don't think you're up. I mean, yeah, could you get your right shoulder a little more over your trail leg? Yeah, but I don't think you're in reverse there at all. A little bit. You got to get what I'll be interested to see is on K-Vest is what your hip rotation is relative to your. Yeah, I think that
That's why I struggle at getting that separation physically.
yeah, in transition.
That's why I wanted to get it up and running and do this. The drills you and Jason were showing me. I wanted to work on that for a couple months.
Yeah, but you're hitting the ball. I mean, the way you're hitting the ball, I'm happy with. Because look at the path that you may not realize, but you were having a hard time getting the club in that position coming down. That's really good. Now, yeah, you see a couple things you don't like. You see that left elbow, but best player in the world does this every shot. One of the best players in the world, and that's Jordan Spieth. You don't do it at impact. Do you bend your lead wrist a little early there? Yeah. But that doesn't do anything for direction. What that does is it adds loft, and it reduces distance, but it doesn't reduce direction problems because your club face was really square when you hit that ball. And your club delivery here was really good. I mean, that club's right on line coming down. So I'm pretty pleased with where the club is there coming into the ball. You got some early extension, yeah. Your right knee and stuff. I want you to work on trying to roll your right ankles, evert, invert. I don't know if you know what that is, but pronate and supinate. That's supinate, pronate. But you know, the one thing we're going to work on is um, you know, with your golf swing. I'm more interested in, you know, how the quality of your strike, how solid you're hitting the ball, and then what your pattern is, dispersion. And I'm more interested in getting you in the 70s. I don't really care if you ever hit the ball 250 yards, 260 yards in the air. I want your scores to be 75 to 80, and I think that's perfectly. I've got a bunch of information I'm going to give you relating to an improvement plan and a scorecard, and keeping track of, you know, your practice program. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a certain benchmark for up and downs when you go out there, a certain benchmark for footers. I want you to make, you know, and then I'll do an on-course assessment, and then how many holes out of 9 can you get the ball within 50 yards of the green in regulation? Should be all 9. No penalty strokes. Worst you can shoot is 9 over.
50 yards.
Yeah, I'm going to show you the scorecard that I've got. But